Hi guys and gals, and welcome to Magic. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can translate your app to like 300 languages if you wish. And the reasons why I want to show you this is because you don't necessarily need to create your entire app using Hyperlambda and Magic. You can also look at it as a microservice container, allowing you to create tiny little microservices that provide some sort of like service to the rest of your app somehow. And actually, translations happens to be a thing that Magic is particularly strong in, simply because if you expand tools and you click on plugins here, it's a module. It's called BabelFish, right? You install it by clicking the install button and ta-da, you're done. You can now automatically translate your languages, your apps into 300 languages. The way it works is that it exposes a couple of public endpoints. If I now filter on BabelFish, /public, then I have these two endpoints. This one returns the languages that the system supports out of the box. By default, it supports English, it supports Italian, Spanish, Norwegian, French, and that's it. However, I can easily supply any language I want to by instead invoking admin /languages. And then I can post a new language here as I see fit. For instance, are you Russian, right? Invoke. I now have Russian support automatically out of the box. I can continue creating as many of these guys as I want to. And if I now go to public /get languages, then if I invoke this, it's going to return Russian, except it actually caches the endpoints. I'm going to have to open it in an incognito window, at which point you see I'm getting Russian back here. Are you Russian? And these two endpoints that you can find in the public folder, they're public. One of them returns all the languages. This will typically translate into like, a drop-down list of flags or whatever for your apps. Doesn't matter what type of apps it is. It can be an iPhone app, an Android app, an Angular app, React app, whatever. It simply just returns a JSON payload containing all the languages your particular system happens to be supporting. The other one returns translations. Now, if we invoke this now, we don't have any translations, right? So, and besides, it also needs local locale.eq en, and it doesn't have any translation, so it's returning nothing. However, now I can go into admin and then I can post a translation, right? Let's say I had a button or I had a title on my website that was like the welcome header. Local en content, welcome to our app. And then I choose translate equals true. I invoke it. And now if I go to public /get translations and I invoke this guy with, for instance, local being are you Russian, I copy this invocation URL, paste it in here, ta-da, I'm getting the Russian version. I have no idea if this is correct or not, but it's probably, I presume. And I can get the French version. Ta-da! Bienvenue sur notre application. Italian, Norwegian, etc., etc., etc. Now, how does this work internally? Well, internally, the system actually creates a database for us. The database name is, of course, you guessed it, BabelFish. Why doesn't it show here? Do a refresh here of my server cache. Creates a database, and the name of the database is BabelFish. This database contains two simple tables: languages, which are basically all the supported languages the system supports, and translations. Now, when I'm supplying, for instance, an English word to the system, what is actually happening, let me show you the code here. Then I go into admin and I go to translations.post.hl. Then down here, it's actually reading every single language the system supports out of the box, and it's actually invoking further down here Google Translate, and then it's inserting the result of Google translating that particular text to the language it is currently iterating towards, inserting it into the database, implying that I can have automatic translations in my app to languages I don't even understand. and it's going to be statistically 98% correct according to Google Translate's own data about this particular subject. So this allows me to create an iPhone app or an Android app or a React app or whatever I want to, and automatically translate my buttons, my drop-down lists, texts, my whatever into any language I would want to support. And then of course you'd have to, in your front-end code, actually retrieve the translated items, passing in the currently selected language that the user selects and wants to see the app within. So anyways, that was it for today's video. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and share with your friends. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.